Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I'm riding this. This is the TVS Apache RTR 160 4V BS6 model. This is the 2020 model. Straight away you can see the headlight has been updated. Gets a dual pod LED. Right now low beam is turned on, I believe. These are the LED DRLs of this motorcycle. Unfortunately no LED indicators. It says 4 million celebration TVS Racing. The front tire happens to be a 90 section. You get a disc and ABS as well. Hyper Edge written there on the side. TVS written on the engine casing. Of course there's a pre-cat here which is updated for the BS6 model. There's a new panel as well and you see the sharp cuts and creases. In fact, checkered flag graphics have come here. TVS logo, fit finish is really very nice on this motorcycle. Plenty of stickers as well. Everything looks very well put together. The rear tire happens to be 130 section. These are TVS Remora tires. That is the mudguard, and from the rear I like the way the grab rails have been done. Sort of a Batman theme. Lights look nice, LEDs, but the indicators are unfortunately not LEDs. You get a sari guard as well. It's on the main stand right now. It gets a side stand too. RTR 160 4V is written here. The seat gets the dual tone finish. Looks very nice, but it's a single piece seat. I love the graphics on the motorcycle. And of course the offset fuel tank blade actually. That also looks very nice. The mirrors are not updated as such. They're the same as before. However, they get this fake carbon fiber finish, which also looks kind of cool and sporty on this motorcycle. Now, seat height is fine, both for short as well as tall riders. Peg placement is kinda rear set, which we'll talk more when you're riding the motorcycle. It says 160 here, that badging is very nice. And this instrument cluster is really very rad. I actually like it. Just look at it, it does a full swipe up, plenty of information on offer. This is the fuel meter, this is the odometer, and obviously a tachometer. There's a clock as well, digital fuel meter. Everything is digital, telltale lights are placed here. You can browse through a lot of things. Trip too, like 2 trip meters. High speed is 109 kilometers per hour, which we have done on this motorcycle. 0 to 60 time recorder as well. Plenty of information. This is the shift light, engine kill switch. This is to turn on the motorcycle. This is the horn, indicators, high beam, low beam, pass light switch. Feels really premium and nice. Let's do one thing. Let's first get it into neutral. So here we are into neutral, and let's turn on this motorcycle right away. Here we go. There it rose to life. Turn off the indicator. Let's rev it a bit. Yep. Alright, let's start riding. Alright, let's get going. Turning on the motorcycle. There it rose to life. Now I'm going to show you a party trick of this machine, which is known as GTT, known as glide through traffic. So here we are. I'm going to come to a halt. Alright, just notice my right hand is not on the throttle at all. I'm leaving the clutch smoothly. Yeah, I'm leaving the clutch smoothly, and we have started to ride. Yep, this is glide through traffic. It is able to crawl. It's crawling in first gear. Here we are into second gear. Okay, now it actually stalled because we are on a slope, but you get the point. Glide through traffic is basically the motorcycle is able to glide in first, second and third gear without you giving any throttle input whatsoever, making it very easy to actually ride this motorcycle in city traffic without having to get onto the throttle. That's very nice. So I showed it to you in first gear. Now I'll show it to you in second gear. Here we are in neutral. Now we're in second gear. I'm going to slow down really a lot, and then I am going to leave the clutch. Here, slowly leaving the clutch, and the clutch is left completely there. It accelerates on its own, maintains a certain speed. Let's get into third gear. In third gear again, yeah, it's able to pull it. That's really very nice and smooth about this motorcycle. Let's downshift into first and off we go. So the Apache 160 gets an update in terms of BS6 emission norms compliance, which means it gets a pre-cat, which is fine. But the problem is now what TVS has done, it has also decreased the power of this motorcycle by almost half a bhp. It now produces 16 PS of power. Meanwhile, the torque output has also come down, and that has come down by 0.7 Newton meters. It makes 14.12 Newton meters of torque, which has actually blunted the performance. This was the fastest 160cc motorcycle earlier. Now it's among the slowest, but still peppy enough because low-end performance is really very great. The bigger problem is that overall performance has become quite linear, and because of the linear performance, you don't have that mad rush which you used to get before. But still, low-end performance is fab. The mid-range is also very nice, but in the top end it struggles, and you can feel the vibes as well. Obviously it gets fuel injection. Fuel injection is now standard. Earlier it was not standard, but now it's standard, because of which there is smoothness throughout the rev range. Only that in the top end you can feel a lot more vibes on the handlebar, on the foot pegs, and on the seat as well, some buzziness too. Around the corners it's surprisingly agile. It's light. It is 2 kgs heavier than before. 149 kgs is the weight of this motorcycle. The tires could have offered more grip, but you know what, it does go well around the corners. It inspires you to push it hard, and it feels light, nimble, agile as well, which is a good thing. TVS says it gets Supermoto ABS, which is nothing but single channel ABS, and a word to hide the cost cutting done by not offering rear ABS. Braking performance is actually nice, bite is sure footed, however get hard onto the brakes and the rear does lock up, so that's a bit disappointing that it doesn't get rear ABS. However, most people won't complain in the city unless and until you ride the nuts out of this motorcycle, which you can, considering it eggs you to push it harder and faster because of the confidence. Now the suspension is obviously on the softer side, and because of the soft suspension, the ride quality is brilliant on this motorcycle. The seat feels a bit hard, but you know what, I'm comfortable in spite of my height on this motorcycle. I'm quite comfortable. Pillion comfort could have been slightly better though, to be really honest. And motor likes to rev, it doesn't hesitate at all. I kind of like the feedback on the brakes, but then I know the rear is like, you know what, I want to slide a bit here, getting into merging traffic, and off we go. Yeah, shift light blinks immediately when you near the red line, and shift light actually comes at around 9000 rpm. Not really programmable as such, but hey, who's complaining? Because for the most part, I love the way this motorcycle is. So easy, nimble and agile. Now it's got a 12 litre fuel tank. Fuel efficiency is around, okay, we are in a false neutral, around 40 to 45 kilometers per litre, which is quite respectable, to be honest. But I kind of freak out when I get hard onto the rear brakes because it does slide a bit. However, everything is under control, thankfully. Now if you want to make a quick overtake, no problem at all, thankfully, because of the mid-range, which offers strong pulling power. The mid-range is really very strong. Here we go, no problemo. And the top speed of this motorcycle is around 110-115 kilometers per hour. Again, it largely depends on a downslope or such, because on a downslope you can actually go faster still. So yes, this is a very lovely motorcycle, excels in a lot of areas, and the best thing is that in spite of the fact that the suspension is on the softer side and the ride is great, handling is still pretty good on this motorcycle. Yeah, I can feel the softness quite a few times, but for the most part I have nothing to complain about the handling of this motorcycle. It does actually perform well around the corners. Yeah, little bit slide under heavy braking at the rear, but other than that, not really much to complain about the overall dynamics of this motorcycle. I know they have not given it the full bananas in terms of suspension, because the 200 gets better suspension, this gets TVS forks, smaller in diameter, and the rear is tuned by KYB. It's not from KYB, it's actually tuned by KYB. And off we go. First gear 44, second gear 68, could have been 1 kilometer per hour higher. Third gear, it's gonna take me to 95 kilometers per hour. Takes another shift to fourth to cross 100 kilometers per hour. And what does it do in fourth? Well, red line comes at almost 10,500 rpm. Yep, I can feel the front end moving a bit. Almost on the red line, 10,000 rpm, 112 kilometers per hour into fifth, which actually ironically is taking me to 118 kilometers per hour as well. So it all depends on your weight. If you are light in terms of weight, you can actually extract a lot of performance from this motorcycle, because this is itself a very light motorcycle as such, which is actually a very good thing. The horn is a little bit meek, could have been better though. And there we have a Pulsar. It is a 150. Let's race. Sorry. So the TVS Apache RTR 164V BS6 2020, what a long name, is a fantastic all-rounder motorcycle which is priced I think around 1,10,000, which kind of makes it decently priced for what it has to offer, and it does offer a lot. I like it personally. I think it's a great motorcycle. You guys let me know what you think of this machine, and would you buy it over the others in the segment, because the segment is getting really crowded. But yes, the Apache holds on to its own and stops also very well. If you like this vlog, you know what you have to do. Give it a thumbs up, that's a like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video real soon. Bye bye. Take care.